You see what I did there? Do you see what I did?
I found a fan! I found it's not spinning, I wanted it to spin!
Oh my goodness, am I recording? Is it, did I do it? Did I do it? Did I do it? Did I do it? Yes. Oh my gosh, first time riding. First time wheeling as a dad. Woo! Shane back there. Says he's floating wheelies. Wearing the best shirt ever. Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Doing the squid wheelies. Doing them nice. Applause for Shane. Or Hoosier Rider, sorry. Like, let me not shout out your actual channel so people can find you. I'll just call you Shane. I'm a smart guy. Okay, guys, so much has gone on, clearly, since... Like, videos have been coming out, but since I made a video on the bike with everything that's happened. And, first of all, for those of you guys who do know what's happened, who keep up with, like, my social media stuff. I mean, I talk about it on YouTube, too. Yeah, you guys would be able to know, but really easy if you kept up with my Instagram and Facebook and whatnot. You guys know that there was a... I became a dad a little early. It's kind of emergency C-section stuff. And it's been kind of nuts, so...
Hey, do you want to write on a piece of paper? No, I fucking hate paper.
Go back 2 weeks ago, or 2.5 weeks ago now. It's a Wednesday. My wife had been feeling kind of bad for like a couple days, and was having pain like up in her ribs. And she kept saying it was just the baby kicking her in the ribs, you know, and she was, oh, it hurts so bad on my side right now. You know, it was getting a bit concerning because she was getting like, to where the pain wasn't like abnormally a lot. I'm not good with words. It was like, okay, it's getting kind of unusual, and it really hit the Tuesday night, like late night, early Wednesday morning, where suddenly she was like in a lot of pain. She was sweating real hard. She was kind of running a fever, and I started Googling, because I was like, man, I was like, this sounds like preeclampsia to me. There's something you learn about if you fucking knock someone up and you're dealing with that whole thing, or you're a girl get knocked up. You'll learn about all this stuff. And it's just like a crazy condition. It used to be called like toxic pregnancy, and they changed the name, but I swear your fucking liver and shit goes all nuts. It's just so, I'm like, all right, we gotta go to the doctor. So we called the doctor, like paged him overnight, but it was like really early in the morning, like 6 a.m. or something. And he's like, yeah, you need to get up here. So we came in, like, and we were there like right when they opened. And I mean, it was like, if it not open, we would have gone to the ER, I guess, but we go in there, and he starts checking stuff out, and with like minutes, he's like, yeah, it sounds like you're preeclampsic. Fuck. It's preeclampsia, but I don't know how to say it, like as an adjective or whatever. So, he's like, yeah, you know, we're going to take you over to labor and delivery. And we're out of one of those hospitals where like the hospital and the doctor's office are like both out of the same thing. Like there's a physician's side, so it's not like we have to go in an ambulance or anything. Like, we get in a wheelchair and we go down to the other wing of the building and get us up in labor delivery. And I mean, I remember he told us, he's like, you know, we're sitting in the room, and he's like, you know, things aren't looking good, you know, and he's like, yeah, it looks like we're going to go over there, and you're probably going to have this baby today. It's very likely we're going to have to give birth today. And that fucking scared the shit out of me. And her too. Like, she immediately started tearing up when the doctor left the room, because it's like, it's 5 weeks early, you know, and you know that's not good stuff. Like, that's dangerous, as well as you're preeclamptic, which is like a dangerous condition for you and the mom and the baby, right? So like, she's fucking crying, and I'm trying to hold it together, man. And I probably fucking took a couple years off my life of fucking stress and insanity, trying to hold everything in to look like strong for her. Fuck, that was hard. And I was like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right, you know. And we go over there, and before the lab stuff even gets back, they're like, yeah, we already know. We're about to do this today. They even were asking her stuff like, if you do a vaginal birth, like blah blah, they're asking you like questions like, do you want anything for the pain? And they're like half-ass filling it out because they already know they're about to do a C-section. Yeah, so it's not looking good. Like, get wrecked, mate! Get wrecked! Ah! they start prepping everything for that before the lab stuff comes back. They already know. They've seen the signs. They don't need to wait for the fucking blood work. They know she's got this crazy condition. And then it turns out she also has something called HELP. And it just means, like, her fucking, like, liver enzymes or everything are going fucking crazy. Like, she could have had, she's getting very close to, like, liver failure at this point, my wife. They gotta do the birth quick, the mom and the baby. Like, it's like, okay, it needs to come out. Like, the oven's broken. Turns out I couldn't even be in there when they did it. You know, normally even with a C-section, you still get to be in there. I couldn't because they had to do general anesthesia because she was so screwed up they couldn't do a spinal tap, which is what they normally do to numb you from the waist down for a C-section. So you're like, normally the mom's awake for it. Not my wife, she was out. And the anesthesiologist was talking to her, and they're just fucking, everything's going really fast, because it has to. You know, our doctor from the one building's over at the other place now. He apparently delivered like 3 other babies that day too, as well as seeing people. I now understand why sometimes when I went to see him, it took a while, because he was having to go next door and fucking deliver babies. Kind of a badass motherfucker, isn't he? Oh, this road's rough. It was just that sucky moment where, like, they fucking inject your wife up with all this shit, and they're like, all right, say bye. And you're like, fuck, you know, and, like, they're wheeling her off, and you're, like, trying to, like, not fucking cry and shit in front of her. And you're like, God, I hope both of them fucking make it, my daughter and my fucking wife, because this is fucking hell, man. And I had to do it, was like old school, you know, like when you weren't allowed in the room there. Yeah, so, she's out there and I'm in the other room just waiting. I'm just fucking waiting, man. I'm pacing back and forth like old school days, you know, like, oh, fuck, man. I'm fucking, that's when I fucking, like, started losing it, you know. I was like, fuck, this is scary, dude. Fortunately, they do these things really fast. Within, like, about 5 minutes, one of the other nurses came back in there with the bed that she was on, I guess to put a bed back in there, like, or whatever. And she goes, oh, I heard your baby in there crying. She's loud, you know. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I heard your baby in there crying. I fucking, like, started crying right there because I was like, oh, thank God, like, she's okay, you know. Like, I mean, I don't know if she's okay yet, but I know, like, at least she's not, like, she came out, like, you know, making noise, screaming. And that was, like, a mini, like, relief right there that was pretty good for me. But there's still a lot going on, you know. And then my dad showed up, and he was in there waiting with me. And the nurse came in. She's like, all right, Dad, you want to see your baby? I was like, uh-huh. And I go out in the hallway, and I follow him over there. Like, I get to see her wheeling her out into the what's called the NICU, which is where preemie babies typically go, or newborn baby. It's like baby ICU is pretty much what the NICU is. And so we go over there, and I held her like a pound of blankets. It wasn't even like you were holding her, but I was like, holy fuck, that's my fucking child. And they're like, all right, they're checking her all out over there, and they're fucking, you know, seeing that, like, things are fucking working and shit's there. And oh, you want some fucking Harleys? Or no, that's a Valkyrie. One of them was, at least. And it's crazy. Oh yeah, I'm like, holy shit. And I remember being really scared though when they told me her weight. They told me, she's so little. She's 3 pounds 9 ounces. Did you know she was so little? Like, this guy, there's one doctor. I talked to him, but he's a cool guy. I think it was just like his fucking culture or whatever. He was an Indian guy. The way he was saying it, he was like, oh, your baby is so small. Did you know your baby is so small? No, motherfucker, I just heard the weight when you did. Goddamn, I've known her for 5 seconds. And you're scaring the shit out of me saying it like that. Like, I'm like, oh my God, is she gonna fucking make it? And I wasn't, you know, I just wasn't aware of, like, what small preemie is. Like, 3 pounds 7 ounces is small. Or was it 9? 3 pound 9, yeah. But it's okay. She ended up being 3 pounds 7 a few days later, because babies always lose weight the first few days. Then she started gaining it back. I got to see her for a minute before I started just fucking hooking her up like the Matrix, man. She had heat sensors on her, vital sensors, IV. Like, there was at least something like 6-7 cables coming off her within a few minutes. And, you know, that's scary to see, but, like, you know, they're, like, trying to calm you down about it. They're like, it's okay, because we're just fucking gonna monitor everything, so if anything happens, we know right away. Well, it still fucking freak you out. Like, this is my little baby. Like, she just came out. Like, as I'm in there talking to the nurses, they're like, nah, she'll be fine. She's just little. She's just gonna have to stay up here for a while, which is what they do when you're little like that. Ha! You know, I'm kind of getting relieved. Like, my baby's okay, but they're like, yeah, your wife, they're just, you know, they're putting her back together. They come in there and they're like, do you want to follow me up to ICU so you can see where she's going to be? I'm like, oh, damn, she's going to be in ICU. They're like, yeah, because she had all that stuff. Like, they need to get her up there and get her on all kinds of liquidifications and medicines and fuck, man. So I go with her, and she was waking up, and I had, like, pictures in my phone because I knew she was kind of in and out of it, you know? Like, when you're coming off anesthesia, you wake up, like, a couple times, really, like, and you're really groggy. You don't remember things, so I want her to be for assured that, you know, like, her baby was all right. So I had, like, pictures. Like, as soon as I see her, I'm like, phone in the face. Here's a video of your baby crying. And she's fucking tearing up, you know. And I'm like, it's okay. And we get her up to ICU, and they start hooking her up to everything and getting her all ready. About that time, family started showing up. Obviously, this wasn't a normal delivery where your family's out there waiting for you with balloons. Like, everybody just got up there to fucking be there, for fuck's sakes. That's all we got done with that. You know, she was so out of it. She was on morphine for the first few days, and the first few days were really crazy. Like, the first 2 days in particular. I basically stayed down in the NICU area with my baby. Luckily enough, the hospital I was at was badass. They actually had, like, their own rooms for the baby. So I got to, like, stay in there. There was, like, a shitty fold-out couch. It was a piece of shit. But I slept on that, and I'm right there in the room with her, which is really shitty because every little noise she makes, I've never had a baby. I don't fucking know. I'm like, she's like, like grunting. I'm like, oh, God, she all right? And, like, I can't sleep. I'm checking on her, and every 3 hours they're coming in there. And I mean, I don't have to do dick, honestly. Like, the nurses will do everything. But, I mean, it's your fucking baby, right? It's your baby. And you don't want to fucking leave her. You're like, no, I gotta fucking be in here and help. And I at least gotta, like, you know, see what's up. How to do this shit, at least. The NICU is like parent training school, by the way, because you're learning from, like, fucking nurses that do nothing but dealing with preemies. And they're like, yeah, this is the best way to do this. Like, God, I learned some cool shit. I'm learning all these things with the baby and trying to take care of her every 3 hours. And then, like, also every 3 hours, I gotta go help my wife fucking pump boom milk. Because you got to get that fucking train rolling, you know, so to, like, start, kick in, fucking go. And she's so out of it, she can't do it. So it's like I think at most I could get an hour and a half sleep. And for 2 days, that was my thing. And I had to go help her because she couldn't fucking get up out of bed. She was all fucked up on pain pills and other medicine. It was like she was on fucking drugs all the time. She was just like the fuck out of it. Like, I'm holding the fucking breast pumps against her boobs and just doing everything, and she's just like, ugh. And basically she got to go home a few days later, after I think 3 or 4 days. She got to go home, and she wanted to stay there because you certainly could stay in the NICU, but they all told her, all the nurses were like, nah, C-section moms, you can't do it, because I mean, you're welcome to try, but they're saying, like, you ain't gonna do it. Like, it's gonna hurt you too much to try to get up and down off that bed and all this other bullshit. So she's like, all right. We would go home, but we'd spend, like, all day there. We would basically come home and sleep. And, you know, basically after 2 weeks, my baby was good enough to come home. She came home, and she got over 4 pounds, and that's when they're like, all right. She was doing everything. Like, she was eating, just fucking holding her body temperature, and all the things she's supposed to do, she was fucking doing. So they're like, hey, you're good to go. We got discharged with her. Like, I've had her home for, what, like 4 nights now or something? You know, I took her to the pediatrician the other day. She's up to 4 pounds, 7 ounces. So if you look at the weight she actually dropped down to, she's gained a whole pound. She's probably a 4'9" now, because that was like 2 or 3 days ago. And she eats a lot. Like, she eats good. Everything is going a lot better now. It's funny how many people are like, all right, you're ready to bring her home? Your whole life's about to change, and tell me how stressful it is. Man, if you've had a baby in the NICU with your wife in the ICU simultaneously, shit starts to feel pretty good having your having everyone at home.
Oh, car.
Doctors predict, you know, preemie her size should probably be caught up by the time she's 2 years old to what she should averagely be for her age. Everyone who's like said nice things to me and was like really encouraging. Like, this motovlogging family has been like one of the best families to me, other than like my immediate family. That's a pretty big shoes to fill. That's, you know. They've all been so good to me since all this has happened. You're second place compared to my family, my immediate family. And that's pretty fucking good for a bunch of people that talk to me online. You guys are, I don't know, this motovlogging community became a lot more to me than just motovlogging community.
I almost sticked her, Bubs. I almost sticked her. There it is.
Damn, Shane! Fucking... Well, if you're wondering what's faster, it's the RF450X or WR450. There you go. I barely walked them. They're about the same. For all you guys have been supporting things like my Teespring campaigns, my Patreons, all this other stuff, like, that fucking means a lot to me, you know? And I hate being that, like, I always kind of hated the idea of asking for money or selling shit to subscribers for a long time. It felt dirty to me. And for some reason, it always slightly has. It still does to a bit. But for those of you guys who have done it, I really do appreciate that, because, I mean, right now, like, my wife's off work for she's probably gonna take the full legal 3 months she's allowed. And she doesn't get maternity pay. So this is it for me. And on top of God knows how much money I'm gonna owe the hospital. I rented 2 rooms at that motherfucker. One of them for 2 damn weeks. I'm sure I'll be maxed out of pocket, but I don't know.
But anyway, boys, that was the end of my video. I've been making one video for a really long time. This is probably like an hour-long video now.
No nation, you kick ass. You're the best, and I love you all. Thanks for the support when the baby stuff happened. I really like you all. And check out the other clicky links. Or just do whatever. It don't really matter, cause y'all is cool. Alright, no nation. I'll see you next time. Peace out.